Good day, sir. I'm Daniela Grapani and I am the reporter for Validity and Content-related evidence. Validity is a term derived from the Latin word validus, means strong. In view of assessment, it is deemed valid if it measures what is supposed to. Validity pertains to the accuracy of the inferences teachers make about students based on the information gathered from an assessment. An assessment is valid if it measures a student's actual knowledge and performance with respect to the intended outcomes and not something else. It is representative of the area of learning or content of curricular aim being assessed. This is an example of validity problems, particularly on content-related evidence. Content-related evidence for validity pertains to the extent to which the test covers the entire domain of content. If a summative test covers a unit with 4 topics, then the assessment should contain items from each topics. A student performance in the test may be used as an indicator of his or her content knowledge. A test appears to adequately measure the learning outcomes and content is said to possess face validity. Another consideration to a content validity is instructional validity. It is the extent to which an assessment is systematically sensitive to the nature of instruction offered. Validity of the assessments. It is recommended that the teacher construct a two-dimensional grid called Table of Specification. The task is prepared before developing the test. It is a blueprint that identifies the content area and describes the learning outcomes at each level of the cognitive domain. It is a tool used in conjunction with lesson and unit planning to help teachers make genuine connections between planning, instructions, and assessment. It assures teachers that they are testing students' learning across a wide range of content and reading as well as cognitive process requiring higher order thinking. So this is the example of task. Carry as cited by Notar et al. 2004 specified 6 elements in task development. Number 1, balance among the goals selected for examination. Number 2, balance among the level of learning. Number 3, the test format. Number 4, the total number of items. Number 5, the number of items for each goal and level of learning. And lastly, number 6, the enabling skills to be selected from each goal of framework. For instance, if a grade 4 the first 3 elements were discussed in the previous chapter as the number of items that would depend on the duration of the test, which is contingent on the academic level and attention span of the students. The number of items is also determined by the purpose of the test or its proposed uses. It is a power test or a speed test. Power test is intended to measure the range of pressure. Meanwhile, determining the number of items for each topic in the task depends on the instructional time. This element is reflected in the third column of the task, table 4.1. The last element denotes the level of performance being achieved. The teacher should test at the higher level. Test items that demands higher order thinking skill obviously require more time to answer, whereas simple recall items entail the least. Nitko and Brookhart gives the average response time for each assessment take as seen in table 4.2. So this is table 4.2. The requirements for certain assessment tasks. Validity suffers the test is too short to sufficiently measure behavior and cover the content. Adding more items to the test may increase its validity. However, an excessive long test may be taxing to students. Regardless of the trade-off, teachers must construct tests that the students can finish within a responsible time. So that's all. I hope you get some idea of what validity and content related are. Thank you.